What's up guys, Jesse back here, and today we're going to be doing a much different review. Welcome to my kitchen for right now. We're going to be doing a cigar review of the Cohiba Maduros that I just purchased in my previous video. And we're going to be doing a review of that, and if you can hear my bird in the background right over there, she's in the living room right now. I apologize. And I apologize if I sound a little low. I'm actually just recording this in my kitchen with my earbuds on, Samsung. And yeah, so we're gonna take a look at this beautiful cigar. Got the Cohiba Maduro. It's a gorgeous stick. Gorgeous stick. The notes are strong cedar, leathery, rich tobacco. I'm excited to try this. I'm trying not to keep this review too long, so what we're gonna do first is remove the band, there you go. So we got the cigar right here, the nice dark wrapper, no visible seams. Gorgeous. So right now we got my Colibri V-cut. I'm gonna cut it. Got my ashtray right in front of me. Of course, gotta have the Colibri stuff. I'm gonna just torch this up real quick. Get a good light, and let you guys know how I feel about this cigar as we move along. And hopefully, if you guys haven't had this already, smoke this together and get a conversation going. Instantly, you get this like smooth, peppery finish. It's not as strong as other Maduros. Give me 1 second here, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. So as I was saying, it's not as strong as other Maduros. It's a little sweeter than I expected. Getting hints of coffee, which is pretty cool. The retro hill gets some coffee, leathery tones, a lot of earthy tones as well. If you're familiar with some, Cuban cigars, you're pretty familiar with, that aroma and that hay kind of flavorish. So yeah, one more time. Yeah, I'm not finding any like harsh flavors to it. It's not super strong yet. Like the silky, velvety smoke, which is really pleasant on the palate and on the tongue. Really great flavors coming out of this. It is a subtle Maduro, but I guess like all Cuban cigars are. I feel like all Cuban cigars are pretty subtle. They're not harsh. I've never had any strong Cuban cigars. I feel like they're all pretty much in the mild to light body, regardless of how they're blended. Like, this is a Maduro, but it's definitely not a strong Maduro. So we'll take this down to the first third, and I'll come back with you in a little bit. See you. What's up, guys? We're back here in the first third. The cigar ash is holding on pretty good. I feel that the construction is pretty good. The ash is holding up pretty well. The burn isn't at all too razor sharp, but it isn't wonky. I haven't had any runoffs anywhere. Pretty interesting thing. The smoke smells super sweet around here. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you have burned incense before, but like the really sweet ones. As soon as you light them, like that first, like very sweet scent of like smoke that comes out, especially if you have them in a wooden box. That smell of like sweet smoke and sweet cedar, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure if anybody will get that, but that's kind of what my kitchen smells like right now. And it smells amazing, thanks to this cigar. See if this will ash real quick. Nope, the ash doesn't want to come off. So I'm gonna keep smoking until it drops. But notes haven't really changed. It hasn't gotten stronger. I haven't seen any change in the strength of the cigar. Like I said, the ash is holding on pretty strong. The uh, the volumes of smoke that come out is not pouring smoke out of it, as you guys can see. It's not like a Davidoff or a Toro Fuente. Even some Drew Estate cigars, like as soon as you light that some bitch up, that shit just starts plumes of smoke everywhere, as you can see. The draw is really good. I feel that a lot of people have had issues with Cuban cigars and draws being too tight. This is a little bit on the stronger side for me. I like a semi-loose draw, so that's just my personal preference. But I don't have to like sit there and inhale super. Well, I'm not inhale. You don't want you never want to inhale a cigar. But I don't have to like try and like puff super hard with the cigar. So yeah, flavor profiles hasn't really changed much. So still, I would say on the medium side, more leaning towards the light end of the spectrum than medium or to full. But yeah, overall, smoke is really good. It doesn't linger in your mouth too much, or like sometimes if you have like a heavy dense smoking cigar. I feel like after I retrohale, the the flavors and the smell want to linger around my mustache and my beard. This doesn't really do that. It doesn't leave you with like a salivating. Excuse me. Doesn't leave you salivating as well. So we're gonna take this into the second half and let's see how it goes. And I'll let you know when the ash drops. What's up, guys? Jesse back here, and as you guys can see, the ash is still holding on pretty strong. Construction has been good throughout. Ash hasn't fallen off. We're a little bit close to halfway, but not a little bit more. I got a little bit of runoff over here. So it's just snacking a little bit, but other than that, the burn has been really good. I haven't had to retouch this. Now, flavor profile has gotten a little bit different. I'm getting a little bit more of a dark chocolate, like I don't know if anybody's ever had the mistake of doing this as a young kid. I definitely did. If anybody's ever taken a piece of like dark chocolate, like baker's chocolate, like no sugar, no sweet, nothing, right? You bite into it thinking it's like a good old Hershey's chocolate. That is the kind of flavor I'm getting from here. It's like this dark, bitter chocolate notes. Not unpleasant at all. Something that comes out really nice with a cigar. Let's see, this will ash. Actually, I want to see how far I can take this before. On the retrohale, still getting notes of cedar, nice leather, like genuine leather smell. If you guys ever had a genuine leather coat or something, then you just smell it. It's really good. It's kind of what I'm getting here. Ash is looking a little bit wonky, but it hasn't fallen off yet, which is good. Construction is really good, is what I can say. Draw hasn't loosened or gotten tighter or anything, which is good. I am a relatively fast smoker, so maybe that could attribute to the dark chocolate bitter notes, but I do know that some Maduros give me that. Also, some Habanos give me the sweeter notes. But yeah, overall, I can say it's been a pleasant smoke so far. Ash is still holding on pretty strong. Burn has been pretty sharp, Let's see here. Put this on my ashtray. I don't want it to fall. Give me 1 second. So yeah, so the flavor notes hasn't really changed much. Gone is the that sweet aroma in the air. That's kind of gone, or maybe I've just gotten used to it. But there isn't a sweetness to it. Like I said, there's just been a subtle change into the darker, chocolate bitter notes. Other than that, it's still very pleasant. My mouth it's not like a burniness to it. And even the strength hasn't kicked up either. So it's pretty good. I tend to like darker cigars, stronger profiles as well. So one of my favorite cigars is actually the Oliva V, the Oliva Milanio, as well as the the Double Ligero from La Flor Dominicana. So I like stronger cigars as well. And I do I do like the Sumatra here and there, the Connecticut's here and there as well. Let's pick this bad boy off the ashtray. Let's see how far we can take this. Fell off right there on camera. So as you guys can see, got a good smoke going on here. And as I picked it up and I got a whiff of the aroma, kind of got a like grassy area, grassy plain kind of smell to it, like that fresh grass. So it's pretty good. I dig it. I'm gonna finish this off and give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, we kind of have a new development here. The smoke pouring off of this thing, as you guys can see, is a lot different. I noticed that as soon as that ash dropped, and as soon as I got to right about here, closer to the end, strength, it's not there. It's the same as it was throughout the whole smoke, which I kind of dig. I don't like when the profile changes so drastically. You know what I mean? I kind of want a nice consistent smoke, which this is giving me. But the amount of smoke that's coming out, at least on this last puff, was a lot more than what it was before, which can give you more of a flavor profile of it, which is pretty cool. Right, so you guys can see a lot more smoke coming out, but the sweetness, I just got hit with some dark bitter notes there, which is not too dissimilar from when you get to the end of any cigar. You're gonna kind of get those bitter tobacco notes, but yeah, it's been really good so far. I really enjoy it, and getting some could have. I was gonna say I got some coconut there, but it's definitely not from the stick. I'm pretty sure still having some coconut ice cream that I had that I just recently had not too long ago before smoking this thing. Kind of got that stuck somewhere in my palate. One thing I did want to make a note of, I don't know if anybody else is gonna get this, but do you guys know when you have popcorn and it's not burnt per se, but it's a little bit overcooked on the inside, so when you bite it, you get the taste of the popcorn, but just a little bit of that like burnt char flavor. That's kind of the smell I'm getting. That smell that it gives off. I'm kind of getting that, and it's all around my palate right now, my mouth. I enjoy that. That's a flavor that I really enjoy, and I make popcorn all the time. I eat popcorn all the time, so I'm very familiar with that, and it's pretty dope to get out of some cigars. And this is what I actually find that more on some Cuban cigars than do on other types of cigars. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Overall, so this was the Cohiba Maduro 5, the Secretos version. So it's the smaller cigar, but I also hear that it's the most flavorful out of the three lines. So you have the Secretos, which is this one, then it's the Genios, and then the Magicos, I think it is. I'll have to look up on that. But yeah, I did hear that this is the most flavorful one, which is why I went for this line. I also typically like a bigger ring gauge, but this bad boy is really great. I'm super pleased with this cigar. Definitely recommend it. Yeah, just an overall slick, silky, smooth smoke texture. Can't beat that. But like I said, it's not hasn't been too tough on the palate. And I'm a relatively quick smoker, so I'll burn through these sticks pretty fast. But if you're an average smoker, I think you probably should get about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Probably take it off like 35, 40 minutes. Right? If you kind of a slow smoker, but I'm pretty quick. So this thing burned down pretty quick, but definitely enjoyable. Recommend it. As you can see, we're almost near the end here, so I don't want to get it to where it's too hot to hold. You know what I mean? So I definitely recommend this stick, and only if you like. This is kind of weird, so I would recommend it to anybody, but I don't want you guys going in and thinking that you're gonna get like a strong cigar from it, right? So if you like Maduros, give it a try. You kind of got the sweetness from it. It's not sweeter than a Habano. I feel like Habanos give you a more sweeter taste to it, but it definitely wasn't strong. The kick wasn't there. The harsh tobacco kick wasn't there. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the cigar. I'm gonna keep smoking this thing until the end, which is pretty much just a few more puffs because I hate it when the end gets a little bit too soft for me, and then it burns your lips if you try to puff on that. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on the cigar and call it a day. And please let me know, this is my first cigar review. It's kind of weird trying to tell people what I'm experiencing from it. I'm not used to that yet. I'm kind of used to just, being around my cousins or my coworkers, and we're just puffing on cigars and like, oh, did you get this flavor? Oh yeah, did you get this flavor? Oh yeah, I got that. Oh, yeah. How do you pull this flavor out of there? That's kind of the stuff I'm used to. I'm not used to trying to just tell you guys out there what I'm experiencing. So it's kind of weird. Sorry if I've been rambling, but that's been the Cohiba Maduro 5 Secreto. Totally recommend it. Smooth from start to finish. Got that hints of cocoa near the end. Near the middle, it kind of got a little bit bitter, that dark bitter chocolate taste. But other than that, perfect cigar in my opinion. So, catch you guys later.